Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Rome Business Radio. This is the Hardy Realty Show. I am Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio. We are broadcasting from the Hardy Realty Studios in downtown Rome on what is normally beautiful Broad Street, but it's a little rainy and overcast today. But we're still bringing the feel-good vibes as we celebrate some local businesses that do business with Hardy. And our Hardy representative today is Roseanne Collins. Hi, Roseanne. How are you?
Hey, fine.
What's going on?
Oh, just staying busy and
selling houses.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a good time to be in the real estate business, hasn't it, the last few years. Good for you. So this is your first time on this podcast.
It is.
Are you a little nervous?
A little, yeah.
Well, like I say, it's just a conversation. It's a cocktail party without the cocktails, unless you like a cocktail.
That's okay.
A little early in the morning.
Early for that.
Okay. Would you mind introducing our guest, please?
Yeah, this is Laura Rutledge, and Laura is a friend of mine. We've known each other for years, and she is from Calhoun. She has always had a passion for health and fitness, and she has opened, almost 4 years ago, she opened a boutique in Calhoun called Fine Fettle, and she contacted me, about a couple months ago?
That's right.
And asked me about the Rome market and had a desire to expand because she had a lot of clients coming from Rome, and she had heard Rome is just booming, which we are. So I showed her property here, and she leased a property on 3rd Avenue and is opening Fine Fettle here in Rome, and we are excited to have her.
So when you asked her, when you told her about the market, did you say, "Look, we're out of shape and we need you"?
No, but there is certainly a great market here in Rome. You
have to be very careful about how we say that, right? There's plenty of customers for you here. But
good to know.
Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. And I appreciate that warm welcome, Roseanne. It's good to be here. I appreciate you having me.
Well, let's talk a little bit. I had heard the phrase a time or two in my life, Fine Fettle. Of course, it means that's kind of an overall wellness. You're feeling good mentally, physically, spiritually, right? Is that what it means?
Very good.
Okay.
I've not met one person that knew it had meaning.
Yeah, really?
No, I have to explain it.
Maybe my grandmother said it at one point, and I asked years ago. So, people sometimes get it confused with feeling fit as a fiddle, but it's fettle.
Yes.
So what prompted the name, first of all? I'm just kind of curious about that.
Well, I was looking for a name for my store that had meaning, that I thought might also tell what I did, what I sold, kind of what my business was about fitness and being healthy and having everything with your health and wellness. And that's how I came up with the name.
And so it stuck.
It
all right.
stuck.
So is this advice? Is this actually come work out? Is this athletic wear? Is it all of the above?
It's all the above.
Okay.
I've always had a passion for fitness and clothes. I love both. And I did fitness. I'm a certified trainer in several things, and I've kind of been doing that for years. And, of course, with clothes, I thought, hey, why not both? So this is the boutique store that has men and women's clothes for fitness. Anywhere, anything from tennis, hiking, biking, yoga, Pilates, and more.
And pickleball these days, because everybody's into pickleball.
I know, right? Yes. And that too, yes.
Okay, so you had mentioned she started 4 years ago in Calhoun?
November of 2019.
So just before the pandemic. Good for you to start a business right before everything shuts down.
I wasn't thinking that at the time. Yeah, I thought it was horrible. I thought, what have I done? Yeah.
Because nobody saw a pandemic coming. No. So, well, first of all, how did you navigate that, having just started a business? There's some entrepreneurial risk that goes on when you start, and then to have that happen.
Absolutely. It was really scary. Being new to the business of retail, I didn't know what to expect, but honestly, the community has been great. It's been wonderful.
All right. So, what is your background? Where were you born? Where'd you grow up, go to school, all that stuff?
I was born and raised in Calhoun,
okay.
And I graduated Calhoun High School.
Okay.
I went to Shorter here in Rome. and kind of feels like a second home. I do have some family here.
I was going to say, so you went real far away for college.
I know, right? So, I love it here in Rome. Always have. It's like a small town Atlanta to me, diverse, and it's just fun. I like it. I used to come here with my grandparents growing up. They live in Adairsville, but they came to Rome a lot.
Well, yeah, because Calhoun and Adairsville are like our suburbs,
Yes.
The big metropolitan area that's Rome, Georgia. So then what? Like, what was your career?
Well, for years, I've been in fitness since I was 14. I begged my mom for my first gym membership, and she finally folded and got me one when I was only 14 years old. I always loved fitness and sports, and I played ball in school. But I I married, had kids, was a stay-at-home mom about 20 years.
Yeah, sure.
And that became my career. And I knew that last one out of school, I wanted a career. And so I went back to training in the gym and helping people get fit in their lifestyle, getting healthy. And it kind of led into this. I went to a few shows in New York and California, and kind of found, through the fitness shows, found out some of the brands of clothing and thought, cool, I think that's what I want to do too. So that's what I have in Calhoun and here in Rome.
So what prompted, let me do this as a business? It just kind of opened its way up as you kind of continued to explore?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. The fitness training business, I did want a career, so I did start training people, personal training. And then I did expanded to group training. And then when I went to those shows, I realized some of the businesses, they were set up doing their fitness and had a retail space as well. Some of them, they're at the same studio, but some, it was separate, like mine. Mine is, I have the clothing store here and in Calhoun. But that they're seeing their ideas and how well they were doing what they love, what they had a passion for, it just lit me on fire. So that's how it came about. Okay.
Roseanne, did y'all know each other before she started in Calhoun? Like
before she opened her store, yes, we did know each other. We were friends.
Yeah.
And then she opened her store, and I've become a customer.
Actually, the first time I met Roseanne, you may not remember this, our kids were on the swim team together, Barracudas.
Okay.
Remember the little blue Speedo shorts that the boys wore? Yeah. Yes. Both my boys were on the same team.
Okay.
So as a friend, she starts her business, but also as the Hardy representative, she wants to come to Rome. How does that work? You tell her your needs for a space, or you suggest spaces just from the Hardy perspective? What do you do to try to help somebody find a home?
Well, she, we kind of came, I showed her downtown, and she just kind of wanted to get the feel for the business downtown. She knew downtown was booming. She heard, and she has lots of clients that go to Calhoun just to get her product in Calhoun, because nobody has it in Rome. So that was also a reason why she wanted to come to Rome. And so we kind of checked out what was available here in Rome. She wanted to be downtown where everything is going on. So we looked at different spaces that were available here.
So you're her friend and property manager too.
Yes.
But also a customer of hers.
Yeah. Also, absolutely.
So what type of athletic wear are we talking? Name brands, and who are you affiliated with?
Yes, I have Free People Movement. I have some different brands in Calhoun, but what I brought here to Rome was it's a brand called 9 to 5 Fit. They're a South Beach brand. And then I have West Coast Aloe Yoga will be coming soon. I have Lululemon. Excuse me. I have Lululemon and
that's very popular one. I've heard of that one.
You've heard of that one?
Yeah.
Have you heard of Aloe Yoga?
I have not.
Okay. Or 9 to 5 Fit?
I have not, but I'm probably not your target demo of.
Maybe not, but I also have accessory pieces. I carry Brewmate and a hair product called Telly Ties as well, because women have to have the hair product when they're working out and running. So yeah, a few things to choose from.
So this retail store is the athletic wear. Is there but the training is training on site, or do you go to people?
No, not on site.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, it's completely separate.
All right. So how does the process work? If somebody you go to your website, how do they reach out to you? What do you charge? All that type of stuff.
I work with clients on different levels. There's different ways to train with me. It's group training or personal training.
Okay.
But right now I've paused that side of the business to
Grow
concentrate on
go.
concentrate on this right now. This is pretty much what I'm doing solely right now.
So, but the overall wellness aspect, what's your advice to people? Just overall, get active, get off the couch.
Yes, stay active. Used to, if you asked me that question, I would say, get up and go to the gym every day. But I think that staying active and throwing some strength training in there when you can to stay strong is great. I love Pilates. I love yoga. But yeah, you're right. Just keep moving. Be active.
What about the mindset for you? It came naturally. You were attracted to it even as a teenager. What do you tell people that just to try to incorporate it regularly and routinely into their life, make it a habit, that really resist or don't want to? How do you kind of get them moving? Because there's a little pain before they start seeing results.
Definitely.
Most muscles get sore, and
definitely. I think that do what you know you'll love. Choose a time of day that you know works for you. And maybe it might even be, instead of going home after a day of work or whatever it is you do, instead of hitting the couch, go for that walk. Or in the morning when you fix your cup of coffee, instead of sitting in front of the news or computer, take it outside and go for a walk as you're sipping on your coffee. Just stay active when you can. Because if it works for you, it seems easier to do, and you'll keep doing it.
Well, that's interesting. Somebody told me years ago that they purposefully get up and they go do a workout in the morning because they know if they do it in the morning, they won't procrastinate it away. They won't find something I've got this thing at work I've got to take care of that. So the day gets away from them. They chose, but it worked for them. I'm going to work out first thing in the morning and it's done.
Exactly. Nothing gets in the way because it's already done. That's
because
smart.
If you say I'll work out after work, well, after work you may be tired, or work may have taken longer, or your day may have changed, but
smart.
But to each his own. Whatever works for you.
Right. Yes. You have to find that time, and mornings may not work for some people, but yes, mornings are a great time to do it.
What have been, as a business person, because this is a business podcast, what were some of the things that were maybe difficult about getting started outside of COVID? When you start a business for the first time and you're passionate about this, and okay, this is what I want to do, but I've got to pay rent, and I've got to pay people, and I've got to pay taxes. And what are some of the things you weren't counting on, or that's taking maybe up some of your time when you want to be focused on Fine Fettle?
Yes, the fun part of the business. Yeah. Yes, finding a space in Calhoun was a little difficult. But yes, I guess negotiating the space was one of the most difficult ones. And then, this may sound lame, but a business license. I was in business and I forgot. I thought, oh, wait a minute, there's something missing. And I had to go get that done. And that's a lot of work. You have to come up with a lot of papers and all this documents with the IRS or the .gov site. And that took some work for me. I had to dig on that one. So things like that.
Is it just you, or do you have people working for you in the stores? Or
I do. I have staff. I have a few girls, and actually, I'm looking for some in Rome. I do need help. So
what do they need to do to reach out to you? Go to a website or something?
Yes. Actually, they could call my Calhoun store. I will, of course, have a phone in Rome. I don't currently have a phone in Rome, but stay posted for that. And I will also post it on my Instagram. But yes, they can call my Calhoun store. And I have ladies there to answer the phone. They'll take down their information.
Okay. So are you open in Rome yet?
I actually am in the middle of a soft opening. Yes, I opened at, this is just random, I opened at 2:00 on Tuesday.
Why not?
Right, exactly. You got to start sometime, right? The thing is, too, when I did my first store, I thought everything had to be perfect and the walls had to be full before I opened my store. Well, I got caught here in August with, fall coming up. So I didn't want to load up my whole store with the summer things. So I'm waiting on a lot of the fall products to come. So that's the reason for me just having this soft opening, because I want to bring them the new fall that's here, which is already on order. It will be here. If it's not here tomorrow, it'll be here Monday.
Well, it's funny. I didn't think about that, because you think about athletic wear for working out. I don't think seasonal, but there are things that are seasonal, right? Because it's outdoors and
it is
biking and running and things like that.
Smart. That's a good comment. But because what I get into with fitness, people that work out, especially the dedicated ones, I guess you could say, they run, and shorts are year round, but they do fall colors, So even though I carry shorts all year round and tank tops all year round, you think that's summer, but like I said, trainers and people that run wear that all year round, but waiting on those fall colors. But the men's pants and the woman's pants, they come in fall colors. So that's what's coming in Friday and Monday.
So it's not just purposeful working out stuff. It's also a bit of style.
Of course. Yes.
Go ahead.
It's actual, like the Lululemon is so popular with students, college kids, young professionals. I mean, my husband wears it. My son, my daughter wears it, because it's the tech pants.
Yeah, it's the kind of stuff you see people wearing when they're out running errands. They're not working out in it, but they're wearing it anyway.
Right, yeah. Lounging in it, golfing in it.
I mean, there's a great market here in Rome with all the colleges, all the young professionals, the health industry, all the high schools. I mean, there's a great demand for the products that Laura carries that are not available currently here.
They are now.
They are now.
That's right.
After this soft opening. Touching back on the business aspect, you mentioned that you've got staff and you need to hire staff. What was that like the first time you started having to hire people? And that's just a headache of business ownership, or I don't want to say necessary evil, but it's just something you got to do. And
It is. And I didn't feel very good at it. I'm very informal. I'm not formal. They expect to fill out an application. Usually it's people that I know someone very well that knows them very well.
Right.
That's kind of how it's happened. And I got really lucky. I had some great staff. What I've gotten into at Calhoun was I had 2 college girls. They both go to UGA. And then I have another girl, she split a full-time job with another lady. Well, all 3 of those are leaving me. Their last day is next week, because one got accepted into a nursing program, and then the other 2 girls, of course, had to go back off to UGA. I'm left with 1. So it just kind of happens sometimes. You feel like you're staffed and good to go, and you just love all, the camaraderie between everyone is great, and then all of a sudden, boom. I'm left with 1 person, so it happens.
Well, that's going to be a constant headache in retail, just the coming and going. Have you had to fire anybody yet?
No, no.
Listen to me getting down to the nitty gritty of business ownership.
I'm not good at that. No. They might find themselves not on the schedule as much, but read between the lines. Yeah.
You're not fired, but unfortunately, you're not working again until 3 months from tomorrow. Well, that's just part of it, though. So just the business ownership aspect is a separate and distinct thing, regardless of whether you're in retail like you are or opening a yogurt shop. There's always there's a business aspect. So it's kind of curious to get the perspective of an entrepreneur.
And I do want to say that we are like family. Like I said, I'm informal. I'm not corporate. It's a fun place to work. It's a fun place to be. And I love my shop here. It's beautiful, and I like Calhoun, although I'm about to renovate it because I've gotten excited about the one I've done here in Rome. I found a new rack system that's just nice, and it's going to make a better shopping experience for all my customers. So I want to bring it to Calhoun as well.
So what prompted you to expand? Just business was so good and you were looking at other markets. And what is do you have a bigger vision of more expansion?
I do. Yes.
Good for you.
And what was the question? What prompted me to expand? I like Roseanne was sharing with you, I had a lot of clients from Rome. It's funny, yesterday I was sitting here at the Rome store and I got a phone call. Hey, I've got so-and-so here from Rome shopping at the Calhoun store. And I just told her we have a Rome store and she wants to know if you had wanted a certain piece of, it was a pair of shorts that I had. So I said, sure, I've got them right here. And so she came and she's so excited that, that now we have the space in Rome.
So you kind of came to a customer base that already existed, which from your perspective, that's a way to help grow her business by finding her space here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So when you saw the space, how long around did you look? You said you maybe looked at a few.
I looked at about 3.
Right.
Was it 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we came to Rome several times just to kind of check out, and I shared with Laura all the activity that happens in Rome and downtown, day and night through the summer. She's not been here in the fall yet, and there is just so much that goes on here, and that will help her business.
Oh yeah, there's always something going on the weekends, and we actually do a podcast for the film festival, and there's always stuff going on. So easy peasy to get to. What's the exact street address?
9 East 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
It's right around the corner.
And what's the closest restaurant? Because that's how we do things here in Rome.
Okay. I don't know the name of it. It's across the street from the gelato shop. What's the name of it, Roseanne?
It's across from Honey Cream and next to Woodford, right next to Woodford, right on the corner of the lofts.
Yeah. Everybody knows where that
landmarks. Those are great landmarks.
Okay. So what is the big picture vision?
I would love to see, can I say a bigger space eventually?
Yeah, sure.
I would love to see that combined with the fitness under one roof.
So you do want to kind of get back into people coming on site and working out, and
definitely. COVID threw a wrench in all that was going on, my dreams, and it just kind of put a lot of that on the back burner because staffing became difficult. Employment, and for some reason it still is. I don't know if I can say that, but yeah, for some reason it still is. And but we're slowly getting back there. So I would love to just put that dream right back on the path.
So when you talk about working out under your umbrella at Fine Fettle, is that like when I think of typical gym, weight machines, people, or are you doing yoga and Pilates and classes? And so what would that entail?
I could see some small group training and yoga.
Okay.
I do Pilates. I would have to have help. I would love that. But as far as me, I would do the yoga.
So what is the best thing kind of a little bit of everything, or is it like lots of cardio or high impact stuff that then you take a break, or what's the overall best thing for folks?
I think, well, at my age, I think when you're younger, I think you have to hit the pavement really hard every day with cardio and get in an hour's worth of strength training. But I've, learned, especially in my certifications.
I'm just tired listening to you. An hour's worth of strength training. What the heck?
Well, but I've found that you don't have to do that much, and it's like Roseanne said, instead of us driving here, which we had to today, it was raining, we walk where we need to go. And it's easy to do that here, but don't think you have to just hit it hard every day. I think do things you love, take that walk or that run or go do some strength training. Try to mix it up, but at least do 3 days of strength training and get some cardio in. Try to every day.
And Rome's got this great trail system. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Seen that.
That you can get downtown just walking the trails from a lot of neighborhoods. So
yes, you guys have a great place here to get that walk in.
All right. So other markets maybe down the road in a big plan to expand. You want to grow beyond Calhoun and Rome, or?
I do.
Yeah,
I do. There's a couple of different communities I'm thinking about, but for right now, I'm just excited about this one and see how we do here. But yes, that's definitely a thought.
Okay. And how can people reach you? What is contact information or cell phone or website or whatever? that you want people to be able to reach out to you?
Okay. Well, my Instagram is Fine Fettle Fit. Fine is FINE Fit. And they can also reach me at my store at 706-383-0212 or my cell 706-280-4391.
And that store, that's the Calhoun number because we're still working on a phone in Rome, right?
That's right. A phone is coming soon, and I will announce it on my Instagram, which I also link my Instagram to Facebook. So even though I'm not on Facebook, you'll be able to see my posts.
And what are your days and hours of operation at the stores?
I plan on being Monday through Saturday, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Friday, 10 to 4-ish. It remains to be seen. Right now, we're doing 10:30 to 6 because I don't have the new sign up on my door, and the old sign's still there. The previous business owner had 10:30 to 6, so right now I'm 10:30 to 6. But yes, eventually 10 to 6 through the week.
And I'm sorry, did you say weekends?
Weekend is on Saturday only, closed on Sunday. Saturday is going to be 10 to 4.
Okay. Well, any final thoughts as we wrap up here, other than you, Roseanne, wants people to come to your store?
And they're very excited. When I spread the word at Hardy, everybody was real excited on when you're going to be open because they're very interested in all the product, both men and women, to be able to come and shop here in Rome.
Awesome. So come see us now. We're here.
Any final thoughts? Just come on and buy something.
That's right. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know the community and acclimate to the area. So yeah, come see me.
And before we go, I'm a old TV sports guy, and there's a famous sportscaster, Laura Rutledge, and that's your name. Do y'all get confused a lot?
Well, unfortunately, no. I've seen her. She's gorgeous. She's awesome, but no confusion.
When I got an email saying Laura Rutledge is going to be the guest, I'm like, wait, what, how?
How's that happening?
Laura Rutledge is opening a store in Rome, but it's a good name. And anyway, well, thank you so much. This has been great. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You've been listening to the Hardy Realty Show here on Rome Business Radio. I'm Roger Manus with Rome Business Radio, a broadcast from the Hardy Realty Studios in beautiful downtown Rome, Georgia. Thank you so much for listening.